settings, business settings, which is present in Ultimate POS. So here you can go to the settings. Inside settings, we have business settings. So you can find a lot of options, lot of settings related to the POS present over here. Like we have business, taxes, product, sales, POS, purchase, dashboard, system, prefixes, email, SMS, reward point, modules, custom labels. Like there are a lot of settings over here. So like knowing which of the options will be present under which of these particular tabs will be difficult. So here we have an option like you can search different settings over here. Like if suppose I want to search for commission agent. So here you can directly search for commission over here. If I want to search for reward points, I can directly search reward points over here. I can select the relevant option, and here it will take me to this particular settings over here. So using this search functionality present in settings, like it's very easy to get to go to any of the options which is present inside the settings. So let us start looking into the different settings which is present over here. So here in the business settings, we have a business name, which is like this particular name which is displayed over here. We have a start date, default profit percentage. So this default profit percentage, like it's used while we are adding a new product. If we are adding a new product, then here it will take a by default profit percentage, which is 25 over here. So you can change this default percentage from here. And we have a currency. You can change the currency symbol placement, like if you want the symbol to be placed before amount or after the amount. And here we have the option to select the time zone, upload the logo will be displayed over here after we have uploaded the logo. We have financial year start month. So like mostly it starts on January for most of the countries, but like if suppose if you take example of India, in India it starts from April. Like maybe in many other different countries it will start from different months. So we have provided an option over here. You can select the financial year start month for your business. And here we have a stock accounting method. So you get the options for first in first out or last in first out. So what these two option means is like when we are adding a new stock and when we are selling a stock, how the stock will get deducted. So we have an option which is first in first out. So the product which you added first will be deducted first, and the product which you added next will be deducted next. So similarly in the LIFO, last in first out. So what happens in the LIFO is like the product which you added recently will be first deducted while you are adding a new sales. So it works quite opposite as compared to the FIFO. And we have a transaction edit days. So like what this means is like if suppose you have added a sales which is like 1 month before or like maybe 45 days before. If you want to have a restrictions like the transactions 45 days before, it cannot be edited. You can enter 45 days over here. Transaction edit days, like all the transactions which has been edited before these days will not get updated. And we have a date format. You can select different formats, time zone like 12 hour to time format, 12-hour format, 24-hour format. We have tax option over here, like you can provide different tax option. If suppose you have a VAT, you can provide your VAT number over here. Or like suppose you have GST, then you can add a GST number over here. We have provided two options for this tax, like one is tax one name, tax one number. Second one is tax two name and tax two number. So you can configure this both of these as per your requirement. And here we have enable inline taxes in purchase and sales. So what this means is like if suppose if you will go to the sales screen, in the sales screen you can see like we have inline taxes, like for each of these different lines. Like if suppose I will select on any of this particular product, in each of this line it is like having a inline taxes for it. So you can enable or disable this particular option. Like if you want these taxes to be differently for different products, then you can enable or disable this particular option. So coming to the products, we have a product SKU prefix. We can enable expiry, enable brand, enable or disable categories, subcategories, enable price and tax information, default unit. You can set a default unit. So if suppose you will set a default unit, then while adding a new product, this unit will be selected by default. Enable subunits, enable racks, rows, enable positions, warranty. In the sales, we have a default sales discount. So like when in the POS screen, it will add the default sales discount, default sale tax. So similarly, the tax which you have selected over here will be applied as a default tax over here in the POS screen as well as in the sales screen. Sales commission agent, item, sales item addition method, amount rounding. Like if suppose you want to round this final value, this here we have 2745.00. So like it's rounded, like it is, like if suppose you want to round out this value, then you can select the rounding method over here. Round to the nearest whole number, round to the nearest decimal, multiple of 0.05 or multiple of 0.10, multiple of 0.50. Here we have different options to round this final value. Sales price is minimum selling price. So if you will select this option, what it will happen is like the sales price which you have added while adding the product will be acted as the will be taken as a default, like minimum value for which the product should be sold. Like the sales price cannot be entered below that value. Allow overselling. So what this option will do is like when you have added and allow overselling, then even if the stock is not present in our POS system, the sales will get added. And in the POS screen, we have different shortcuts for this particular screen. We can enable different settings like different buttons in the POS screen. Similarly, if you will go to the purchase, we have enable editing product purchase price from purchase screen, enable purchase status, enable lot number, dashboard, like view stock expiry alert for 30 days. Like in the dashboard, it's showing the stock expiry alert. So you can give a days for which it will show the stock expiry alert. In the system, we have like the theme color. So by default, like it's using a blue color theme. You can select different theme colors over here. You can have a default database page entries. So what this means is like if suppose I will go to the list product or any of this particular list, suppose if I am in the list POS screen, by default it is using the 25 over here. I can change this value, like I can change this value to 1000, I can change this value to all. So if after I've changed this value, this value will get used over here as the default value. So help text, so like we have included many help text in different, like in the different forms as well as in different screens. So like if you will see here, it is showing a help text over here. In the business location, it is showing a help text. In the alert quantity, it's showing a help text. So there are many different help texts. You can enable or disable the help text from here. Prefixes, like prefixes, when you are adding in new sales or adding a new purchase or adding a new purchase return, stock transfer, like it will auto generate auto generate a number for it. So you can enable, you can like give different prefixes to different numbers. Like for the purchase order, we can have a prefix of PO. For the purchase return, we can have a prefix of PR. Stock transfer is ST. We can give different prefixes over here. In the email setting, you can provide SMTP details. Similarly, in the SMS setting, you can give all the settings related to the SMS. In the reward point settings, you can give all the settings related to the reward points. In the modules, you can enable or disable different modules from here. In the custom labels, What you can do is like, if you will look into the add product screen, we have many different custom labels over here: custom field 1, custom field 2, custom field 3, 4, and so you can rename all these fields from here. Like if suppose I want to rename this custom field 1 to maybe like size of this particular product size, so I can, what I can do is like, I can go to this labels for product custom field. I can make this one as size, and I will save this option. So after I've saved this option, it will show, it will rename this particular label as size in every places. So that's all related to the business settings in Ultimate POS. You can see like we have many different settings to configure different things related to the POS. So hope you like this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive daily different updates. Thank you.